Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise and really get straight to the essential insights from your sources. Today, we're plunging into a pretty high-stakes debate. It's unfolding right now, the very frontier of AI and, well, what it means to be human. It's not just about what AI can do. It's also about who gets to decide what wisdom even is in this brave new world.
Yeah, exactly. And we've pulled from a couple of key places here. There's a briefing doc on AI's existential threats, and also a really fiery exchange. It's called Guilty by Syntax, Episode 5. This one features a direct debate between Pia Lauritzen, she's a philosopher, and Erickson Katz, who's an architect of ethical AI systems.
Right. So our mission today, let's be clear, we're trying to unravel these clashing ideas about humanity and wisdom and seeing how they completely reshape our view of AI's biggest dangers. And crucially, we're digging into the heated argument over who should really be leading the charge on these, profound challenges. Is it about working together, or are these disciplines fundamentally divided?
Okay, let's unpack this then. We've all heard about Geoffrey Hinton's, the Nobel laureates, big two AI threats, right? First, people misusing it, and second, AI just becoming, smarter than us. But Pia Lauritzen, she throws a curveball, introduces a third existential threat.
She does. Lauritzen, coming from philosophy, identifies what she calls people forgetting what it means to be human. And she doesn't just say it's a threat. She argues it might be, and this is a quote, the biggest existential threat of all. It's a profound shift in perspective, really. Wait, hold on. So she's not just talking about the threat itself, but she's saying the solution lies with existential philosophers, not the people actually building the AI. That's a huge claim.
It absolutely is. And this is really where the whole debate hinges. She directly states that AI experts don't know what it means to exist as a human, essentially arguing they're fundamentally ill-equipped to even understand this specific danger, let alone address it.
Wow. Okay. And Erickson Katz, from the ethical AI systems world, I'm guessing he has thoughts on that. He doesn't just let that slide.
Oh, he does not pull his punches, no.
Yeah.
Katz challenges her immediately. He calls her argument erasure, not philosophy. He pushes back hard, points out that this view completely ignores, decades of dedicated work by technical scholars who have seen AI as a socio-technical system from day one, meaning it's always been about technology interacting with human society.
Right. So for Katz, it's not like AI development has been this value-free zone just waiting for philosophers to step in.
Right. Exactly. He states it emphatically. Human values aren't foreign to AI research. They're foundational.
Foundational. Okay.
Yeah, and he clarifies, this isn't about everyone agreeing on the same moral code, right? It's about recognizing that values are, they're woven into every single layer of AI. Think about it. Data selection, what information does the AI even learn from? That's a value choice. And reward signals what the AI is told to optimize for. These are all points where human value decisions, often unspoken, implicit decisions, have shaped the system.
That's fascinating. So it stops being a question of if values exist in AI, and it shifts completely to have we actually acknowledged them, scrutinized them, and made them explainable.
Katz then takes us deeper. He talks about the challenge of pluralism. He argues AI isn't drawing from just one, neat moral blueprint. It can't. Instead, it's navigating a world of multiple perspectives. He gives examples like utilitarian efficiency, aiming for the greatest good for the most people, or deontological rules, strict principles like don't lie, and even broader ideas, things like indigenous ethics, feminist thought, or theological humility. All these different viewpoints might influence how an AI prioritizes things like fairness or bias or privacy. The list goes on.
So if AI is already this complex reflection of all these competing values, then elevating any single group, like philosophers, as the sole foundational authority, that instantly invites scrutiny. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And Katz proposes what he sees as a more accurate framing. He says, AI, like any human system, is already a site of value contestation. So the critical questions then become, whose values are these? How exactly are they embedded? And, what ultimate purpose do they serve?
Right. So for him, the real issue isn't some philosophical void that needs filling. It's more like a breakdown in system design and narrative accountability. He's saying we know the values are in there. We're just not doing a good job of designing systems to surface them or talking about them clearly. That's a key difference.
A very key difference, yeah.
Okay, so Lauritsen's headline-grabbing stance, philosophers, not AI experts, that really screams disciplinary division. How does Katz react to that proposed solution?
Well, Katz pretty much sees it as a classic viral setup. It's provocative, it's designed for headlines, it's guaranteed to spark debate, that kind of thing. But he argues forcefully that the true path forward isn't exclusion at all. It's deep integration. Build bridges, he says, not binaries.
So he's arguing that AI governance it needs both. It needs that serious ethical depth and rigorous technical understanding. It's not an either-or situation.
Exactly, not either. And he's incredibly critical of what he calls intellectual gatekeeping. And even arrogance. He pushes back really hard on the idea that understanding AI's risks is some kind of zero-sum contest between academic fields. He sort of asks, in this age of accelerated, technologically mediated learning, can any single group truly be the sole gatekeepers of knowledge, wisdom, and truth?
That's a powerful point.
Yeah.
So what does this actually mean for the kind of expertise we need moving forward? What should we be looking for?
Well, he's definitely not advocating for fewer AI experts. Not at all. Instead, he champions, and I like this phrase, philosophers who can code and founders who can think. He really stresses the need for precision and respect for the full ecosystem of expertise. And he warns against what he calls poetic ambiguity or sort of performative disruption, things that just turn complex AI ethics into another, soundbite war between philosophers and engineers. We don't need that.
Right, avoid the sound bites.
Avoid the sound bites. And interestingly, Katz also takes a moment to critique the nature of the online debate itself. He describes Lauritsen's response to his initial pushback as an apology by abstraction. He views it as a kind of thoughtful-sounding deflection that avoids accountability while appearing conciliatory, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. He even has that brilliant, almost brutal phrase for it. Reframe, don't reflect. Evade, but sound profound. It's like, you sound smart, but you're not actually engaging with the core critique.
Precisely. He's really driving home the need for that precision and respect for the full ecosystem when we craft these AI narratives, especially because, let's face it, these narratives have real-world impacts on policy, on products, on who holds power.
Absolutely. And he leaves us with that truly thought-provoking statement, doesn't he? Sometimes just asking questions is a way to dodge the harder one. What systems did I erase with this framing? It's a real challenge to everyone participating in these debates, I think.
It really is.
So this deep dive, wow, it's really shown us that the debate over AI's existential threats goes so much further than just technical capabilities. It plunges right into these fundamental questions of what it means to be human and, crucially, who we trust to guide our future with this technology.
Yeah. Lauritzen forces us to confront a potential philosophical blind spot, that core essence of humanity. While Katz, on the other hand, fiercely advocates for recognizing that AI development is already value-laden. It's not neutral. And that true progress lies in deep interdisciplinary collaboration, not trying to divide the fields.
What seems undeniable after going through this is that truly understanding AI's impact. It means looking at both. You have to look at the intricate code and the core human values it implicitly embeds. Whether we like it or even acknowledge them or not, they're there.
They are there.
So, thinking about all this, what stands out to you from this debate? As AI continues its rapid evolution, how might you engage with this critical question? Whose values are being built into these systems? And how can we ensure real accountability for their impact on our world? Keep thinking, keep questioning. This has been The Deep Dive.